So here I have now for the who are coming new. This chapter is talking about derivation. Derivation is how to bring a new function from the old function. I will give you now two ways to find how can we find the derivation by the limit or by a rules or a techniques that we will later on talk about it. If you see this one, f prime of x, this means that's mean the derivative of f to x, or with respect to x. F prime of x, it's mean the derivation of the function. F of x is my old function. The derivation of the function is f prime of x. Now, how I want, or how can I can now to find the derivation from the limit by using this one, f of x plus h minus f of x over h. As I told you, if you have now f of x equal to x as an example, and I want you to find now f prime of x, and I want now to find f prime of x, I just evaluate x plus h instead of x. So you'll have now 2x plus h minus 2x over h. Then after that, 2x minus 2x cancel each other. You will have now 2h over 2 over h, sorry, which is equal 2. So the derivative, so if you have now f of x is 2x, f prime of x will equal 2. Is it clear? I will give you another example, okay? Let's have like 4x plus 1. If you know that f of x if you know that f of x is 4x plus 1, okay? I want you to now to find f prime of x, what it will be. Now, my technique now, or my way that I have to use the limit. Only the limit, I can now find its derivation from it. What I have to do, I will say f prime of x is limit f of something minus f of something, which is x. Okay, x plus h here over h when h approaches 0. Now, if I know that f of x is 4x plus 1, f of y, what will be? It will be 4y plus 1. Is it clear?
Yes.
If we have now f of x plus h, you will put what now instead of x? X plus h. Is it right?
Yes.
So here, I will spot now. You will have now 4, but instead of x, you have to write x plus h plus 1. This is for the first one. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay. So this one only for f of x, f of x plus h. Now what about f of x? I will keep it as it is over h. Okay, limit when h So now we have 4 of x plus h plus 1 minus 4x plus 1 over h. Then after that, let's now rewrite it like 4x plus 4h plus 1 minus 4x minus 1. Don't forget, you have to evaluate, distribute the negative sign into both terms over h. Then, after that, what did you see now? We have now, like you see, 4x, I can cancel it with negative 4x, and 1 with negative 1. So what I have now, I will write it now as limit 4h over h when h approaches 0. I will simplify them, and the answer is what now? Is 4. So if the f of x is 4x plus 1, f prime of x is 4. Is it clear?
Miss, please, may
Yes,
you
teacher.
repeat the last part?
The last part here?
Yes.
Okay, now after you simplify 4x with negative 4x and 1 with negative 1, they cancel each other. You will have only in the numerator 4h, and in the denominator you have h. You can simplify them by dividing both of them by h. So you will have only 4. So what does it mean? That means the derivative of f of x is 4. Is it clear?
Yes.
Teacher.
Grade 11. Yes.
Miss, in the previous year we took only that. We didn't take this.
Yes. Each year I will add new things. The grade for grade 12, the Zena and these girls didn't take limit. I will give them the limit last year as a new topic. I will give you this also as a new topics. And later on you will have a new topics also. It will not be repeated as 100%. Something will be added and something will be cancelled. Okay. So here now, this is a way to find a derivation by element. Now, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's now find the derivative with respect to x of f of x equal x squared. So here now we have f of x equal x squared. I have now to find a derivation of it. Well, that means f prime of x. What it will be? I will use limit x approaches 0 for x plus h squared, because I told you I will have used, or okay, keep it as this. Now, f of x is x squared. So if I have x plus h, it will be x plus h squared. Is it right?
Yes.
Minus x squared over h. Now,
Can you repeat,
x,
teacher?
repeat?
Yes.
Okay.
How did it become squared?
Because the function f of x equal x squared. The function is f of x equal x squared. So f of y is y squared. So f of x plus h, it will be x plus h squared. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Now x plus h squared. find it. It will be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Here you just multiply x plus h with x plus h. Okay, x times x is x squared, x times h is xh, h times x is also xh, and h squared. Then it will be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. After you multiplying them, then you will add them, you will have this answer. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Minus x squared over h. Then the next step. Now x squared with x squared cancel each other. So what I have now? I have 2xh plus h squared over h. Limit. Don't forget when h approaches 0. So now what you will have? You will have 2xh plus h squared over h. Let's take h as a common factor. You will have 2x plus h over h. Why I take it as a common factor? To cancel it with the denominator. So what you will have now? You will have limit 2x plus h when h approaches 0. Now if h approaches 0, what I have now? 2x plus what? 2x plus what? Grade 11. Are you wake up?
Plus h.
Plus h, but h here is what? Is 0.
0.
So the
0.
answer is 2x. So if the function is f of x equal x squared, its derivative will be 2x. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Sima, Shahid Hisham, Shahid Yasser. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
miss.
clear.
So why didn't tell me?
I did at the first time.
Now, find the derivative with respect of x, f of x equal x cubed minus x now. Here now, my function is x cubed minus x. I have to find now its derivative, which I mean by it f prime of x. So what I have to do now, limit f of x plus h minus f of x over h when h approaches 0. Then limit. Instead of x, I have to put x plus h. Where I find x, I evaluate instead of it with x plus h. So I have to write now x plus h cubic minus x plus h. This is for the first one. Now, minus the second one, which is x cubic minus x over h. Now, after that, x plus h cubic. What does it mean? That's mean x plus h multiplied by x plus h multiplied by x plus h. Now x plus h squared, as we said before, it's x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Now this one, let's multiply it by x plus h. What did you say? X cubic plus 2x squared h. Let's multiply x first with each term, plus x h squared, plus, now let's multiply h now. H with x squared plus h with, here you will have 2x h squared plus h with h squared, which is h cubed. So after that, you will have x cubic plus 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubic. Okay? Is it clear? I think you take it from in grade 8 or 9, how you multiplied these binomials function. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So after that, pick this answer now. Now, I want you now this one, okay, which is x cubic plus 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubic. This is for the first function. Now minus x minus h, because you put the negative sign in both terms. Then before we going to this, oh yeah, okay, minus x cubic plus x over h now. Then x cubic, oh sorry, here you have x cubic. Now x cubic with minus x cubic will cancel each other. Now 3x squared, does it cancel? No, here negative x with plus x will cancel each other. Okay, so what you will have now? You will have 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubic minus h over h. Is it right? 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubic minus h over h. Okay, then let's take h as a common factor. So here, just write the limit. Evaluate x plus h. Simplify, then take x as a common factor. What you will have now? Sorry. What you will have now? We will have a 3x squared plus 3xh plus h squared minus 1 over h. Okay, take h as a common factor. Then after that, cancel each other. So what you will have now? Now what you'll have now? You will have a limit 3x squared plus 3xh plus h squared minus 1 when h approaches to 0. It comes like polynomial function, or find the limit of the polynomial function. Just now, what you have to do now? Who can tell me?
I'll
Take,
substitute h.
Take you substitute h with 0. So what you will have, 3x squared as it is. Here, 0 times the 3x is 0, plus 0 squared is 0, minus 1. So the new answer will be, or the answer will be 3x squared minus 1. So the derivation of f of x is 3x squared minus 1. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Teacher, how the 3xh will be 0?
because here h is 0. 0 multiplied by 3x is 0.
Okay, tamam.
Okay? Now, if I told you now, find the derivative of f of x equal x cubic as an example, using the limit, you will use this way. Now I will give you a new way, or a new technique, to find the differentiation by them. Now, so here, as we said in the last section, we defined the derivative of function as a limit. Today, we will develop a new important theorems. How can we calculate the derivative? It will be more easily for you now. But before that, I want you to know that if you find f prime of x, what does it mean? That means the derivative of f of x. If you find dy over dx, that's, as an example, if you have y equal to x, here it's mean the derivation, d it's mean derivation, the derivation of y with respect to x. dy over dx, it's mean the derivation of y with respect to x. Or sometimes it could be written like the derivation with respect to x. For if you find this one, or this one, or this one, all of them, it's mean derivation. Okay?
Can you say it again?
Okay. Now, sometimes I have the function like f of x equal 3x squared as an example. Okay? And I want you now to find the derivation of f of x. How can I write it? I don't want you now to find the answer. How can you find write it? You will say f prime of x. This one, it's mean the derivation of f of x. If the function now is like y equal 3x squared, it could be written like this one, or like by this one. So if it is f of x, the derivation of it is f prime of x. If it will be written like y equal 3x squared, if the function is like this, I will say dy. That's mean the derivation of y to the derivation of x. Oh, the derivation of y with respect to x. Okay, this one means also derivation. Is it clear?
Yes. No.
Okay, wait.
Teacher, can we solve an example?
No, this is not an example. Just here, I will not start my lesson. Just here to tell you that if you have dy over dx or f prime of x, both of them, that's mean I'm talking about the derivation. And if you find in the question, I will not ask you to write them.
Okay.
Okay, but if you find in the question, find dy over dx or find f prime of x, both of them, that's mean find the derivation.
Okay.
Okay? I will give you.
The dy is the derivation of y is equal to 3x squared.
No, I'm not talking about derivation. Keep it this one now.
Okay.
I'm talking about how can you write. I mean, in مثلا grade 1, you will say find the summation, find the subtract, or find the multiplication sentence. Multiplication sentence, that's mean what? You have to multiply. If you find here, find dy over dx or find
So the derivation of
prime
y
x,
over the derivation of x.
Yes, I'm asking you now to find the derivation. If you see
Okay, yeah.
f prime of x or dy over dx, it's mean I ask you now to find the derivation.
Okay, okay.
Okay, now let's talk now about the first one, the first theorem. The first theorem that if you have now f of x equal constant, like 4 as an example, f of x equal 4. And I want you now to find f prime of x. I will give you now, or you will first do it by the limit. You will say f prime of x is limit x plus h minus f of x over h. X plus h, here I have f of x equal 4. So f of x plus h, it will be what? It will be 4 too, because there's no variable. Keep it as 4. Minus 4 over h. 4 minus 4 is 0. So if you find the answer by the limit, you will find the answer is 0. Now I will give you a new technique. This told you that every time, okay, the derivation of any constant is 0. The derivation of any constant is 0. Like the derivation of 4 is what? 0. The derivation of 2 is what? Who can tell me? 0. The derivation of square root of 3 is what? 0. The derivation of -1 is 0. The derivation of pi is 0. The derivation of pi minus 2 is 0. Any constant, the derivation of its constant is 0. Okay? This is the first technique. The derivation of any constant is 0. I will stop here today.